Oh, just one feature that I want to talk about is Autopilot, right? You guys pay like $50,000 for a Tesla. Well, you know, this does the exact same. It gives you Autopilot for half the price, right? Welcome guys to a new video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the new addition to my family, Snow White. So I just recently got this and I want to talk about, you know, the story behind it, and you know why I got this, and you know what I love about this, and yeah, I just want to share it with you guys. So if you can just look at it, you know, it's white, it's the color pearl white, and it's one of the best colors to have the SUV in. I think it's beautiful. I love this color. It just shines underneath the sun, and like out of all the options that the Honda brand gives you, pearl white is a more expensive one. Like if you get the other options, it's not as expensive. The white, it's an additional option that's more expensive. So I want to go down and break it down, what this car has, why I love it, what all the features it has. It's a Honda 2017 CRV Model X, and so yeah, I just want to review it and share, you know, some of the things that it has, some of the features, and you guys can just, you know, enjoy. Okay guys, so I want to talk about just the way this car looks like. Like this car is beautiful. I love the design, the shape of it. The models, you know, that were before this, they weren't as appealing. Like this model itself is just so beautiful. Everything about it, how, you know, how smooth the car is on the side. I'm going to show you guys in the front just in a bit, and just like it's just so nice to look at. It shines, it's beautiful, and I want to talk about now some of the features. So over here you see on the side, Honda has created a side view mirror camera, where basically you don't need to look on the side anymore. You can look at what's happening on the side just by a camera, because the video comes on the middle screen, and I'll show you guys that in a bit as well. So that is a game changer by itself. I remember driving and then looking on the side, and sometimes, you know, like you have to move yourself, so it's just not convenient. But having this camera on the side and just having that view right in the, you know, the middle of the dashboard, super convenient, super safe, super secure. I think every car brand should have this, and just by this one feature, you know, I just really love driving this car. So you guys know that I have a car, a Honda Civic. It's called Excalibur, and now I have a Honda CRV Snow White. So that's my first SUV. So why did I move from a Civic to SUV? Well, look, cars, I love driving cars. You know, they're easy to drive, they're fun, they're fast, they're cool. But where I live here in Canada, you know, there's a lot of snow, and in the winter time, you know, cars sometimes they get stuck, sometimes they're not as powerful. So I prefer, you know, driving something that I can easily drive through the snowstorm. So what I've done is I've purchased this car just because, you know, how easy it's become to drive in the snow time. It's a all-wheel drive. That means, you know, it has power in all four wheels. So most cars, right, they have front-wheel drive. That means they only have power in the front two wheels, but this one has power in all four wheels, so it never gets stuck, right? Whenever there's snow, the wheels in the back push and the wheels in the front push as well. Compared to my Civic, right, it only has power in the front, so like the back, right, like the front are pushing, but the back, they just like being dragged, so it's not as powerful, right? So it makes sense to have a car like this in the winter time where there's a lot of snow, right? And you know, maybe the trucks, they don't come up and, you know, clean the snow as often. I don't have to worry about it. I never have to worry about, you know, cleaning my front, you know, driveway. I can just, you know, get in the car and I'm gonna just drive, not have to think too much. Also, I love driving this in terms of winter also because how comfortable it is. Like you're right at, you know, you're at a level that's very easy to see the road, whereas in the Civic, you know, you're down. And yeah, it's cool, you know, to drive when you're a bit lower. You know, it makes you feel kind of cool and, you know, to the ground. So you get that acceleration, but this is more for comfort. You're higher up, you have a better vision, it's more safer, and you know, like days that you want to just like be comfortable, right? This is like the best option. You know, SUV is the best option for comfort. So just look at the front, like it's so beautiful, right? Like it's just super gorgeous. The way, you know, like the front, the grille, it's just so nice. The way they design the front, it's just so beautiful. I just love looking at this, right? plus it's in white, so it shines. I mean, how can you not like really enjoy, you know, the design of this? It's just so nice to look at. So really enjoy the front looking at this. It has everything, you know. Yeah, so I love the design in the front. It has lights here. These are the main lights, and then it also has some lights on the bottom. So, you know, if you need to see the road and stuff, that's super convenient. You have that option of changing it from the inside. I'll show you guys. And yeah, it's not like the gas. It only consumes $25 a week, which is insane, because you know that's how much my Civic does. And you know, my Civic and my Honda, they're both same year, 2017. They're both a 1.5 liter, and that means that, you know, they take the same amount of gas, but this gives me way more kilometers, way more comfortable, it's way more beautiful in its own way, right? It's so unique. So yeah, those are the lights. Let's talk about, oh, there's a camera in front. Look at that. So up there, you see here, there's a camera here. So basically what this camera does, it detects the cars in front of it. So if there's a car basically that, let's say you want to drive cruise, right? So now it's an adaptive cruise. What does that mean? So let's say you have a car in front of you and you've kept your speed at 100, and so it maintains that distance, right? You have control actually of keeping the car, you know, a long distance or a short distance. And so let's say the car comes really close, it brakes automatically and it keeps that distance, right? Let's say you want to keep a shorter distance, you're in traffic and like the traffic's moving slower, so you can change that option in the car, and it keeps the distance between cars smaller, and it keeps the same speed. So it's super relaxing to be in traffic. It's also super convenient to drive this car, you know, long road trip, like if you're going to another city, right? Like, oh, just one feature that I want to talk about is Autopilot, right? You guys pay like $50,000 for a Tesla. Well, you know, this does the exact same. It gives you Autopilot for half the price, right? So let me explain to you what Autopilot is. Autopilot is basically the car drives itself on the road, right? So this car has adaptive cruise and has lane detect. So what does that do? Basically, if you put it on cruise, right, it's going to detect the other car in front of it. And if the car is too close, it starts braking and slowing down by itself, okay, by itself. That's adaptive cruise. And it does it because of the camera in front. So there's a camera in front here. It detects the car in front of them and it maintains the space. So if the car's too close, the car, Snow White's gonna slow down. If the car is, you know, very far away, then it's gonna speed up and maintain that speed that you put on the car. So that's adaptive cruise control. And then it also has lane change. So the car, because of the camera, it checks the lanes on the road, and you know, based on the lanes, it keeps the car within the lanes. So basically, you drive the car drives by itself, right? It keeps the car in the lanes and it maintains the speed, and it checks for other cars or anything in front of it. If there is, it slows down. If it isn't, it speeds up to the speed you want. So honestly, like, for half the price of a Tesla, right? And like, it does the same exact thing in terms of Autopilot. So why would you not get a Honda CR-V? It's beautiful. It has Autopilot. It gives you half the cost of the car. Plus, the gas consumption is super low. $25 a week, you know, which is incredible. And the amount of kilometers you get on this car is super incredible. You can drive the car for 2 weeks and not have to fill the gas. Super incredible. So yeah, let's talk about more features. All right, guys. So one of the things that I love about this car is the sunroof. Honestly, I didn't have a car that has sunroof, and this is my second car now that has a sunroof, and honestly, it's a game changer. In the summertime, right, it gets really hot, and sometimes you roll down the windows, it's not enough. Having this on top, on the roof, honestly, you can open it up and it does not feel hot at all. So, and having the option of actually turning it off and, you know, closing the roof and opening it, it's very convenient, as opposed to like a convertible, right? Like, you have to change the entire roof, right? Like, I can do this with just a button. So super convenient having it, as well as if you want more light in the car, it has, you know, the sunroof, and it's just super nice. As well as when you're traveling and you want to look up, right? and you know, you have that sunroof. It's easy to look up at the buildings, or you know, at a sign if you're driving, as well as, you know, during the nighttime when you want to just look outside in the sky, you know, look at the diamonds. It's just super nice. So guys, I'm squinting a bit because the sun's right in front of my face. So yeah, so this is the car in front. Just look at this. It's just so beautiful. You guys, let me show you something really cool. So these keys that I got, right? These keys, as you can see, is just a remote, right? There's no key to it. But actually, let me show you. There's a button here at the back. You pull on this, and then you pull this down. Here, let me show you. There you go. Here is the key, right? And like, this is where the key goes. So in case the battery dies, you can still get in the car. You put the key in here, and then it unlocks. Pretty cool. So it's hidden in this. Let me just show you a really cool feature that I love. So this car comes with a keyless entry. So what does that mean? You can keep the key in your pocket, and the doors unlock automatically. Let me show you. So I just have to put my hand here, and listen. Oh, look, I just got in. Right? How cool is that? So I can get in without having to, like, you know, put the key in and turn the knob. That's super convenient in the winter time, right? Like having to take the keys out, maybe wearing gloves and stuff, and you have to, like, you know, fiddle through and try to open the door. But this is super convenient. You just put your hand, it detects it, opens it. Also, if you want to lock the car, right, and you don't have to like press a button from the inside, all you do is there's a little button here. You just put your finger on it, and let me show you. Let me open this first. Okay, it's open now. Look, I just have to press. I'm gonna put my finger on it. It's gonna make a sound, meaning that it's gonna lock the doors. There you go. Now the door is locked. So you can check now. See, I can't open the door. So super convenient, getting in, getting out of the car.